My name is Matthew Campbell, Assistant Professor and Program Director for the Master of Athletic Training program. Yeah, so we look for students that are going to be driven, that are willing to challenge what they, the norms, what they know. They're inquisitive and want to learn and better themselves on a daily basis. They're open to feedback, whether it be positive or critical feedback. So they're willing to take that and grow and challenge themselves to be better. But really the essence is being hardworking, the care for the patients, empathy is important, compassion is important, understanding what the patient's going through, whether they've gone through it themselves or not, but they have the knowledge of what the pathology is, what the rehab it looks like, what the potential emergency condition is, and they can connect with the patient and understand because they have that really good knowledge base to make that connection and have that conversation with them. So we have prereqs that the students need to have to come in, so as long as those prerequisite courses are covered, the actual undergraduate degree really doesn't matter. So you could have somebody that's an education major decide to come in to apply to the program so that students can see what it is like to be an athletic trainer. So we'll work with them to get the courses that they need to be able to get those prereqs done. Our focus is trying to develop a very holistic, experiential type education program. So when what they're learning in one class is the next class is building on that. So they're seeing and learning things how they would perform them in the clinic with patients. They get to have those interactions and the community's open. They want to have our students coming and doing those observations and doing those interactions with them in the clinic or in the surgery room or on the sidelines of football games or basketball games. They're there having those interactions with our students, which is an incredibly unique piece of our program. Having this really great community support, so we have preceptors and clinical sites all throughout the greater Youngstown area. So having that support is great. It builds that network for the students so they can see different preceptors, learn from different people, but then also build those relationships and expand their networks because they now have a person at a certain location that helps them, that'll get them those jobs. Of our most recent group that graduated, 5 of them have stayed in the greater Cleveland to Youngstown area, working, providing healthcare for physically active people. And then obviously with our community here, specifically with athletics, we have a former NAT, National Athletic Training Association president, so that helps support them, our students with their network. So if we have students that are looking for a unique setting to get into that maybe our faculty here don't have connections with, or even people in the community don't have connections with, we have a past president here who has a vast network that can connect our students with to get those opportunities and move in those settings that they normally might not have gotten into at another university or another program.